interview to get selected for a particular job. So Hadi is invited now to to share his experiences to get selected. You can carry on the session, Hadi.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for the beautiful introduction, ma'am. So I'll just try to present my screen now. I've started the recording as well. So 1 minute, I'll just present my entire screen. Share. Just drop a yes if you can see my screen being presented.
Hadi, you can present not only in the same company,
Mm-hmm.
what the company, particular company expected from you, from how many interviews you attended, what other companies
Mm-hmm.
also expecting from you, from the
All right,
students.
ma'am.
Okay, all these I need. Kindly give a brief introduction. Okay.
All right, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, hi everyone. Very good evening to all. And today I feel really honored to share my preparations and struggles and experiences in all my interview processes. So, I just want to keep this webinar as simple as possible and also as natural as possible so that I can help you people to get over the fear of interview and also how you can prepare for your interviews very smartly. So, yeah, may I know something about the audience, like who are here in second years and third years and anyone from 12th standard? Just drop your qualification in the chat box so that I can know like what is your which year are you studying now? All right, I'm waiting for your answers in the chat box.
Mostly all are your juniors only.
All right. So that's okay, ma'am.
Yes.
So I'll just
Mm.
start the presentation then. So, first thing, what happens in an interview is HR or any tech interviewer will just see your resume first, right? So, resume is the first impression in the interview. So, basically, don't keep your resume more than one page because you're a fresher, you might not have a lot of experience before. So, just see what I've written in my resume. Like, I've mentioned my contact number and professional email ID and my address on the right side and a career objective of 2 to 3 lines, and then I've written down my education background and skills. Like, don't exaggerate in this area because they will literally ask questions from this area, the skills which you have mentioned. For example, I've mentioned C programming, HTML, CSS, Salesforce. That's it. I have not mentioned Python, I've not mentioned JavaScript because I don't know them. I'm just being loyal, so please be very loyal in this section. And then this is very important, like at the last when the HR interview comes, they will ask you about what were your previous leadership experiences, what did you do in a team. So later on in this session I'll explain you more about that. So also they will ask you about your hobbies. Keep your hobbies very simple and keep it very realistic. Don't be like I like to listen songs or I watch movies. Don't be like that. So just have it decent and good. So this point is very, very important. The projects which you have mentioned, you need to have full idea on like what are you going to talk to the HR if suppose they ask you about your project. So this is very, very important. And also, please, guys, don't miss this opportunity of having a lot of internships on your resume because this is going to make your resume stand out. Like from the other hundreds and thousands of resumes, you should be looking good. So please have a lot of internship experiences. And yeah, so taking forward, I just want all of you to take a screenshot of the next slide which is going to come down, because these 5 important questions you must know about yourself before you go into an interview. So let's see what are they. The first question, wherever you go for your interview, you will have this question mandatorily. Tell me about yourself, introduce about yourself, brief about yourself. You should tell the things which are not in your resume. You have to tell something new. The interviewer already knows your name. Already knows your college. Your interviewer also knows what department are you in. Just keep your introduction about yourself very precise, simple, short. So, for example, if they ask about me, so Syed, introduce about yourself. I'll be like, whatever the time it is, like, good afternoon, sir. My name is Syed, and I belong from this so and so college. So that is mandatory. So and then I will be like, my hobbies are these, and these are my interests. I manage my time like this, and so and so forth. Like I will not make it very long. I'll just make it very brief and short and simple. And next, you should know about your biggest weaknesses. Strengths, everyone knows. Like you can talk, or you can play, or you can work in a team. Everyone knows about their strengths, but the biggest issue in this generation is we don't know our weaknesses. So this question was asked for me like in several interviews. Like I can remember I'm being asked the same question in like 4 to 5 interviews. The same question, like what is your biggest weaknesses? And after getting rejected like 2 to 3 interviews, I learned from my mistakes, like I should also prepare on these side as well. So this is a very important point. And the third point, where do you see yourself in next 5 years? So interviews are also interested to know more about yourself, like what are your short term and long term goals. You should keep them precise. They only test that if you're serious about your life, if you're serious about your job, if this candidate is capable of handling the pressure. So a lot of things comes down in the single question. So the fourth thing, why do you want to work for this company? So this is a question where you can expect in any interview and any company's interview, because the company only wants to hire the people who can work hard, who can be serious about their position. So you should know more about the company, like what the company focuses. Most of you are CSC, right? So a few companies like TCS, Infosys are focusing more on Internet of Things, big data, and whatnot, machine learning. So you should know what company focuses on, like what services do they provide, what technologies they are using. So you should be updated with that, whichever the company it is. So at the last, out of all of the candidates, why should we hire you? So this question is very tricky. You will be very stunned when this question comes in front of you. You might think for a minute, and you can just flumble something. Just don't do that. Be prepared. That's what I'm telling. These all the five questions, have a fair amount of practice beforehand, and just go prepared for your interview. So yeah, keep yourself motivated. I just used to read a lot of APJ Abdul Kalam's quotes, because he is one of the remarkable person from India, right? So this is one of my favorite quotes. I just read it down. Don't read success stories. You'll just get only message. Read failure stories. You will get some ideas to get success. So right now, I'm just telling. I'm just going to tell you about my failure stories. Like HOD ma'am mentioned, like what all interviews I attended. Yeah, here it is. Like on the left hand side, these are the interviews I didn't even go to the second round. The first round was aptitude. There I got rejected. These were like horrible for me. It was like I used to get very demotivated. I used to like think that I'm not going to get selected in any other interviews. So those were some hard times. But still, with the help of family, friends, and also teachers who motivate us every single time. So things went good after a good amount of preparation, after good amount of what to say, like guidance. What you can expect a lot of things from our department's professors as well. Umarani ma'am is always ready to help. And one
Hadi,
sec.
Hadi, Hadi, one
Yes,
second.
sir. Yes, sir.
Students are waiting outside.
Mm-hmm.
Can you can you admit them inside?
Yes, yes. 1 second.
Just check it.
Yes, yes. I've admitted one, two, three. All right. So I'll just continue with this.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
So here I've mentioned TCS in a big position, because I really remember, like it was 19th or 20th of July in 2019, like exactly 1 year ago. Our final year placements were already started. Like this was our first off campus, and this I remember I prepared for like 30-40 days. I had a lot of amount of preparation, because this was the first interview I just attended in my life. So I couldn't even clear its first round. So that was also a heartbreak for me. And Wipro, yeah, again the first round I was rejected. And the things which I mentioned here, these three, they saved me. Like this had 5 rounds, this has 5 rounds, this had 4 rounds. I cracked all of these. Like these all are MNCs. Like I'll brief more regarding the interview process and like how I manage clearing them, like each and every step. For example, first was aptitude, second was group discussion, third was technical HR, fourth was general HR. So I'll just admit. So it was a really nice journey for me, like all the interview experiences which I had. So yeah, going through rejection is very very necessary, because if it was easy, everyone would have done it, right? If engineering would have been easy, everyone would have been done engineering. Engineering is not easy, so you can expect everything to be hard, and that too in the field of computer science. You need to be updated every single one technology comes and another year you can't expect the same technology to be continued in the same company. So for example, before C++, Java were also booming in the market. So right now companies are moved through Python, companies are moved through JavaScript. So tomorrow we don't know which language is going to rule the industry. So yeah, so this slide means very special to me. First, I'll read the quote which is on the left side. If you fail, never give up, because fail means first attempt in learning. What a beautiful acronym. And then end is not the
Syed,
end.
see,
In fact,
kindly see whether any student is
mhm.
waiting for the admission, ma, please.
All right,
Kindly
ma'am.
check. Hmm. Please check.
No one, ma'am. I'll
No
get
one.
a notification sound if
Okay,
someone
sure,
wants
sure.
to get
Please.
admitted.
Ah, okay, thank you, thank you.
All right. So end means effort never dies. Again, if you get no as an answer, remember no means next opportunity. So let's be positive. These codes help me a lot. Whenever I used to fail an interview, whenever I used to come down to my home, I used to tell my father, I can't even clear the first round. What shall I do? He always used to motivate me, like, don't worry, things are going to be fine. You just keep preparing and do your best. So this slide, like I mentioned, it means a lot to me, because these are the things which I can remember all my life. Because the first thing, this was happened in 14th of October 2019. This was an internship of a this was a company in Egypt. I was in Egypt for 6 weeks from December 19th till January 20th. So there I used to work as a web developer in a startup called as New Horizons. So this boosted my resume a lot. And then comes this ATOS Central. Before going to Egypt, I had this interview, and the letter of intent came like after 30 days. So this interview I've cracked. I went to Whale Tech for an off campus, and this helped me like boost my confidence a lot, because after getting rejected, let's say like 8 to 9 interviews, this was one interview I got selected, the very first interview. It was Central with a salary package of 3.4 lakh per annum as associate developer. So this was a good thing which happened. And after I came back from Egypt, I attended a few off campuses, and this was one of a very special moment for me, where I got selected for Capgemini as a software developer. And the salary was good, 3.8 lakh per annum. So even the Capgemini has started the training sessions for me. So they are doing good. So I'm confused between choosing these two. So these is a company, startup actually, from US. They focus on Microsoft Power BI, if you know that. So they are a product based company. So yeah, I just forgot to mention this. Like, how many of you here are aware of the difference between service based and a product based company? Like, just say yes or no. And if you guys don't know, I can like go ahead and explain more about the difference between the service based and product based. I just want to know if you guys know, yes or no. Just drop into the chat box. Guys, step up. Don't feel shy to just write yes or no. So no worries. I expected some response from you people. No worries. I can understand. So a
Students, please
service-based
interact.
company. Yeah, a
Make it as an
service-based
interactive session, students, please.
Yeah, a service-based company is a company which focuses only on providing services. For example, Facebook only develops its product. Like Facebook has WhatsApp, Instagram. The developers write code to produce new updates. Like we get updates for WhatsApp, right? We get updates for Facebook, right? Developers just develop the product, and then they work more on bringing new enhancements. For example, service-based companies such as Atos, Capgemini, and so on and so forth. For example, Wipro, IBM, Infosys, all these service-based companies, what they do is they take contracts from these product-based companies, and then they provide services. For example, services such as testing a product. For example, you all have the subject called as software testing, right? There you can get to know about the project life cycle. For example, from the requirement analysis till writing down the test cases, till executing the test cases, and bringing down the software product into the market bug free. So all these things happen in a service based company. So this is the basic simple example which I given you. So yeah, basically I used to prepare from these resources. I don't know if you guys know better resources or something. So these best resources are indiabix.com, Geek for Geeks, faceprep.com, prepinsta, and protip. Don't forget, like, don't pay for any course which they offer. It's just like a scam. Just use all the free resources and save your money, and don't be like preparing only for TCS or only for Capgemini, only for Cognizant. Don't do that, because aptitudes are same everywhere. Aptitudes are
Hadi,
going to be.
Hadi
Yes, sir.
கொஞ்சம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் அலோவ் பண்ணுங்க உள்ள வரதுக்கு
Okay.
செக் பண்ணுங்க.
So we have good
Yeah.
amount of people today, 41. Thank you
Yeah.
all for coming. So yeah, these are the best resources which I used to refer, like India Bigs, Geek for Geeks, Prep Insta, Face Prep, and a lot of YouTube channels. I didn't mention any channel because I used to watch in my mother tongue. My mother tongue is Hindi and Urdu. So you guys, most of you guys speak Tamil, right? So whichever YouTube channel which you like, who explains good in Tamil, for example, let's say the important concepts such as permutation, combination, simple interest, compound interest, and I can't remember. Like, it has been a very long time since I prepared for aptitudes. So aptitudes, be preparing well, because in your life you're not going to write aptitude test after you become experienced. Only for freshers, all the companies ask for the aptitudes. And once you get 1 or 2 years experience, you don't require aptitude preparation anywhere. So just focus on your aptitudes a lot. You have a lot of time left. You can do better. So yeah, these are the three things. Competitive programming websites which I used to like, what to say, I used to see the problem, I used to see its solution in the YouTube, because I was zero in coding. So slowly I developed like data structures, algorithm. I used to brush. One second, I'll just allow people. All right. So yeah, Lead Code is a very good website. All the people in United States, Europe, and Spain, all these people like take challenges in these websites. You don't need to go like straight away preparing a project or something. You just start from the basics, data set. Everything is available in these websites. Like, I just want you all to take a screenshot of this slide, and I can also share all these PowerPoint presentation slides later on. But still, yeah. So this is a very good quote from Swami Vivekananda. Like, all the power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Don't be afraid from coding, because coding is not a rocket science. It is difficult, but it is not impossible. So believe in that. I'll just continue the quote. Don't believe that you are weak. Stand up and express the divinity within you. So yeah, with that, I just want to tell you guys more about the interview process in Sintel and Capgemini, and then I'll conclude the session. So in one sec. So I just forgot to ask, like, if you guys felt anything difficult over here, like you guys can't manage with my speed, or you guys need any more clarification on whatever I explained, just drop down into the comment box. I'll try my best to solve them. Yeah, I can also send you my resume for you guys to like have a idea like how to draft a one single page resume, because freshers shouldn't exceed the resume for more than one page. HRs get like thousands of resumes for every single day. They don't have time to see everything in your resume. So this is a very important part, the resume thing. Please don't exceed it with from one page, because no one is interested to see what sport you played, what what blah 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 you did, because everyone is only interested on what technical side you did, what leadership quality do you carry. For example, in my college days, our HOD ma'am what made us organize an event for school students. For like, we were a part of ACM, so that was a very good experience for me. I used to mention that in every single interview, because that was one of a achievement in my college life. Like, we as a team of 7 8 members, we organized an event for students in our own college school, like Velankani school. We as a team organized it in a very good manner. The title for that event was hands-on experience for web development, and what to do in your career after 12th standard, like what are the streams available in computer science. Like, it was a very nice session, it was very memorable for me. So yeah, moving forward, let's see Central's test pattern. Basically, you will be having 4 rounds. So first round is aptitude. Aptitude will be like for 60 minutes. One sec, I'm just searching for where it is written. Yeah, the total time allotted for this test is 1 hour. The first round, okay. There is no negative marking. You can like answer any question without being afraid of losing marks. The first section was like 30 minutes, no, 30 questions and 90 questions. See, in 60 minutes we were supposed to solve 90, so this was a big challenge. Like, the questions were easy, but still the time was not sufficient. We somehow managed to do that. Like, I remember my classmate Ambika and Karen, like, we three managed to get through this first round. So yeah, and then these were the topics from which questions were asked: probability, permutation, combination, algebra, time speed distance. Yeah, I'll just share this link also with you guys to, like, later on you can come and skim this website, like what are the topics which were mentioned. It were easy, like very very easy, not too difficult. For example, there were also like puzzle based questions, analogies. Like, you guys need to be very very thorough with all of these concepts in like aptitude and logical reasoning. This is very very important wherever you go. IBM, let it be TCS, let it be Cognizant. The first round, wherever you go, you will see only aptitude, all the MNCs, like multinational companies. So it is very easy actually. It just needs some amount of preparation, and you just need to have that confidence that yeah, I can solve this. So it is not a rocket science. It is very easy. So yeah, the second round was actually, it was a group discussion that is not mentioned over here. So basically, yeah, I'll tell it out. Group discussion. We were divided in teams of five, and we were given a computer, and we five people had to share one computer, and we had to like discuss the given scenario. For example, I was given a scenario where there was a search engine, and I had to write an flow chart for like, for example, let's say I'm going into Google, and here I'm typing. So how are these suggestions coming down? Like, if I type Saint, like, how is this automatically coming down? St. Thomas and Joseph, like, that is called search engine optimization, right? So I had to write down like how that algorithm works in a flowchart. That is not a big deal, but what was tested was your communication is very very important. Wherever you go, you have to be able to communicate what is running inside your mind. You shouldn't have to fear like what other person is going to think. Even if your English is not too good, don't worry, nobody is going to judge you. They will appreciate that you are at least trying to do, like, you are at least trying to talk. So don't worry at all, just be calm, and don't get tense, don't get heartbroken if your interviews are not going good. Just be attending as many interviews as possible, because there's no loss of money. You guys are doing engineering just to have a job at the end of 4 years, right? So having a lot of job offers is also a plus point, because if you depend on one job and that company doesn't call you, that becomes a huge what to say, a burden on yourself. So this is the reason why I attended all these interviews, and I have not mentioned like several companies logo over here because I don't remember at all. Aces Global, we have a lot of on campus interviews as well. So We are the best department, computer science. Don't worry at all. There are going to be a lot of jobs. So yeah. So what I was telling, the last round was the HR, and the HR just asked me few simple questions like, what do you do? What is your father doing? And just basic questions like, will you be available to work in shifts? You have to answer everything in a positive note. Don't use any negative thing like you can't do or you're not willing to do. Just don't do that, because they are not greedy to hire you. They are a lot. They have a lot of options. They have hundreds and thousands of options to hire other people. So if you need job, don't say anything negative in the interview. Just make it a point. So yeah, this is the thing which I cleared in my second successful interview, the Capgemini. So the syllabus was one sec. Even this had 4 to 5 rounds, as far as I remember. And the first round was aptitude again. The aptitude had one sec. The aptitude had total 16 questions. Only 16 questions. Okay, the hard ones, not very easy ones. The time allotted was 50 minutes, and I had to clear like 12, 13 questions to go for the next round because the competition was too tough. And I don't know how I cleared. I used to work a lot, so I found my aptitude to be very easy as I progressed with a lot of companies. So this was not a big deal for me at the initial phase of this interview. And second was an essay writing. I was given one essay, like not an essay, like a title. I remember I was given a title like differentiate being an Indian from being from India. So you might expect a lot of titles such, for example, coronavirus right now. Like they just want to see how good you can type and how grammatically correct your paragraph is. So 180 to 200 words in 30 minutes is a challenging task. So you need a lot of practice in this section as well. So a lot of companies focus on essay writing this thing. So yeah, and the third round was pseudocoding. Here I had 25 questions, all MCQs, like choose the correct answers only. Like I was given a code and I had to find the output, or I was given the algorithm. I had to find the working structure, or for example I've given a question from database. So that was nice. Out of 25, if you cross 15 or 20, that is fair enough to take you to the next round. So the last I had technical interview, then HR interview. So this was it. And my Capgemini interview was a very good experience for me. At the end, HR had given me an option to ask for a pay raise because I told them I have another job. Like I had been placed in Ethos until that time. So I told the HR that I have another job offer in MNC. Can I have more salary? He was ready to do that. So this is the advantage of you having a lot of um job offers with you, like this screenshot which showed you guys, just to tell you guys that don't be afraid to go into any interview, because you might fail 10 and you might pass in next 3 or 4. So that is what happened with me. So I just kept my calm, and I used to get depressed a lot of times, but that doesn't matter in the end of the day when you get these letters from the companies like LOI. So going through rejections is necessary. And at the end, I just want to tell you guys another thing, very important thing. Don't underestimate the power of LinkedIn. So, how many of you people are here having LinkedIn profiles? Like, just drop a yes or a no if you have LinkedIn profiles. Okay, Sita doesn't have. Ashik has. Okay, good. Others, come on, guys, step up. Write down a yes or a no if you have your LinkedIn profile. So LinkedIn is one of a beautiful career website where you can upload all your like achievements and see this is my profile. I'll just brief down like what is LinkedIn and how beneficial it is going to be. Like this situation is not going to end very soon, right? The coronavirus pandemic, it is very uncertain. Like day by day, it is getting worsening. So you guys have to prove yourself by some digital ways. So use LinkedIn, use GitHub, use Twitter. Don't waste time. And yeah, so here I've mentioned about my previous journey in ISEC, in my school student chapter representative thing, which I mentioned, like ACM, my education, and all my certificates. Here, if you click, you can see my certificate inside. So just see my LinkedIn profile. You can like get to know how effectively you can use it. Here, you can directly contact the HRs. You can directly speak to the CEOs of the companies. So if your profile is good enough, they are always ready to reply to all your queries. For example, if you have something good idea in your mind, you can always share with your peer people. So yeah, this is it. I'll just share my LinkedIn profile's link to your chat box so that you can create your profile, add me up in your LinkedIn's. So yeah, anything like I'm done with my webinar right now. It was very short. So I hope it was helpful for you. So this is the last slide which I forgot to mention. Like here you can see Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, and he's the founder of Amazon. So these people are inspiration for me. They have done so much in their life. They have worked so hard to go into that position. So yeah. So with that, I conclude. Thank you so much, guys. If you have any doubts, just put it on in the chat box. I am open to answer all your queries for next 5 to 10 minutes. So yeah, guys, I'm wrapping up.
Students, kindly interact with the Hadi ma'am, please.
If you need anything, like for example, if you want my resume, like I'll
Hadi, share
just
your mail ID so that they can also interact with
yes,
you through mail. They can
okay,
contact
ma'am.
you in future also. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Your number and mail ID. Kindly share to the students.
All right. I'll put
Okay.
my phone number, email,
Uh,
LinkedIn. Just guys come into the
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn thing. It is very nice. So you can see a lot of things happening here. Like I'm just showing you my profile. You can read a lot of blogs. You can write blogs. You can visit company's profile. Here you can like get to know every XYZ about the company. For example, if you want to know about Capgemini, you just write Capgemini and you'll see this company's profile, like what they are doing, what are the recent innovation things, what project they are working in. See everything they keep posting updated. So this is why I want you all to be in LinkedIn and keep updating your profiles, keep learning, keep upskilling, because computer science is a field where you shouldn't be outdated, or else you won't have a respect in your workplace, or
Hello?
going into an interview, no one will have a sheer amount of respect to you. So yeah, keep updating, guys. Any questions? Put it down in the chat box. I'm open to answer for next 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll wrap up. Or if you guys are feeling too shy to answer, I've dropped down 3 point of contacts: my email, my phone number, my LinkedIn, and whatnot. I'll just put this presentations link as well. You can come down, see this anytime if you want. So yeah, I'm looking forward for your questions, guys. Step up.
Students, kindly interact now. Yes, delivered lot of information.
Like
Okay.
you can ask any doubts. Like for example, if you
Or
want
else
to
type in
prepare.
the chat box. He will
Yeah,
answer.
that is what I'm telling them. They're not even typing down.
Yes. For your benefit only, such kind of programs are being arranged.
Exactly. Guys, don't underestimate our professors, because they can help you in any situation. For example, if you need aptitude preparation, Anish sir, Umarani ma'am, and all the other teachers in our department, they are always ready to help. It is you guys who don't go and ask. Like even we didn't utilize them properly, but they are very knowledgeable. You can anytime contact them. They are ready to reply to all your queries. So just don't hesitate. Make memorable time in your final year or third years. Just have a lot of fun, and don't forget to get a lot of placement offers. Yeah,
That's why we are insisting the students. You can bring your laptop, work in the class itself.
exactly. Our
Even
HOD
in
ma'am is ready to support in any aspect for your career growth.
no, it's my
She
duty.
Yes,
because
ma'am.
it's my duty to support the students.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
in other colleges, I don't think that they are permitting the students to bring laptops. So we are allowing. Even for
Mm-mm-mm.
any programming language session, you can even bring your laptop, sit in the class
Mm-mm.
parallelly. When the program is written, you can parallelly run, write and type and run the program. This is what we are encouraging. And in
Exactly.
final year, mainly when you are and maybe a few students who are interested to work in laptop, we are arranging a lab session also. You can sit in the lab to work. I think,
Mm-mm.
Hadi, it's a time to even wind up because
Yes,
nobody
ma'am.
is
Let's
interested.
just.
You shared all the information. If
Yes.
definitely, I hope that they will contact you.
All right, ma'am.
Definitely.
So
Thank you
thank you
very
so
much, Ma.
much, everyone, for coming down, listening to me.
At
Like
least
it
one
was
student
one of.
kindly conclude. One student of who is a part, one of the participants, one of the
Yeah,
junior students, kindly conclude, please. Instead of
like
we conclude,
what you took back from the webinar.
yes,
Like I would love to hear that.
is Haripreeta. Haripreeta is here. Haripreeta.
She's here. She just wrote yes.
Irkallama, Haripreeta. Ah, yes, Haripreeta can share, or Jaisurya. Jennifer is there. Joshua, kindly share your views, ma, please.
Thank you. It was very useful. It
Uh,
was my pleasure, guys. I just want all of you to have some beautiful placement offers from like TCS, Infosys, not just the service based. Aim higher, guys. I'm ready to conduct another webinar for like you people to get a higher package salary. Like Facebook, Google, they don't require a degree. Also, they just need a person who can code. So you guys can apply for Google Summer of Code. You can. Go for this competitive website. I can have another webinar if you guys are very interested to have knowledge on getting higher package salaries. For example, 15 lakh, 20 lakh per annum. So I'm always ready to do that.
yes, good, good.
Anna, thank you for five important things, Joshua. Welcome. Was a nice session of sharing your experience, bro. Was truly inspiring. Thank you.
First year students also joined. So first
Okay.
year, kindly share your experience, ma. First year students.
Anyone, don't be afraid. This is not a classroom, right? This is just a normal webinar, so feel free to talk anything, like what you took back from the session, or if you need anything more from my side, just go ahead. I can see a lot of people, but I don't know any one of you except for my teachers. I know Shelton, I know um Joshua.
Shelton joined. Ah.
Yes, ma'am.
By compulsion, he joined.
Nice one. The session was damn helpful, Hariprita. Thank you, Hariprita. So let's just wrap up then. Thank you so much, everyone, for being part of this webinar. It was an honor for me. I'll share my recording to Anish sir as well. If your friends want to see this webinar, you can also ask Anish sir to have this webinar's copy. So, yes, Anish sir, can you unmute yourself and conclude this session?
Yeah, it was a very informative session.
Yes,
The
sir.
students who have attended the session, they would have learned many things. So you would have shared your entry experience. Mostly the pre-finalists, like they are the finalists now, the third years.
Yes, sir.
So they would have learned many things from
Mm-mm.
you.
Yes, sir.
So you have shared your contact details also.
Mm-mm.
So in future, surely.
Mr. Hadi, sir,
Yes,
just a
ma'am.
minute, sir. Sorry to intervene you. Hadi, why can't you take another
Mm-hmm.
webinar in order to even develop their
Mm-hmm.
post their
Mm-hmm.
resume in LinkedIn
Mm-hmm.
according to the options which is being given in LinkedIn site?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm
Based on the
completely
yes, this
ready
is
to do
what
that because I love LinkedIn a lot. I wanted to do that. I actually wanted to ask you about that, but I need time, ma'am. I need like 1 week, 2 week time because
you
I'm.
take time.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
take your time, but I'll confirm all the students join because that is very essential for a
Yes, ma'am.
CET
LinkedIn
student.
is very, very important, like you mentioned,
Based
ma'am.
on options given that how to even develop the resume.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So
I
kind
can go into each and every option and I can take like 30, 40 minutes and
please,
do everything. Yes, ma'am.
please. My humble
All
request
right.
from my side.
All right, ma'am.
I think that the student participants will disseminate this information to your fellow students so that let them come and join and get benefited.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Sir,
If
Anish, sir, you can proceed, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay, ma'am. Ma'am, that's all, ma'am. You just conclude it, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Really, it's informative. I enjoyed that. I hope that each and every one of the students, participants who joined here, would have enjoyed. And as I requested, he will take another webinar, sir, maybe after 10 days.
Yes.
Let him present line step by step how to even develop
Mm-mm.
the
Yes.
resume. Maybe post it in LinkedIn site so that the students
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
will also copy the same information and let them also have their own resume before
Yes.
they attend the first interview. So they can even mention this link
Mm-mm.
in LinkedIn profile in their
Mm-mm.
resume.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Adi. You just
Okay, sir.
stop the recording, and after receiving that file, you just share to me, to my
All
mail ID.
right, sir. I'll